Charging is what people are talking about today because our battery lives cannot get much better since lithium is all we've figured out. It'd be cool if battery technology drastically changes. But until then, we can get creative about chargers, and the next gen iPhones look like they're gonna have some pretty interesting ways of doing that. So many of you might actually doubt me on this, and you have every right to. There are once again reports going around that AirPower release is close. Yeah, AirPower, that thing that came out with the iPhone 10, but then never did. You know, technically Apple said it's supposed to come out in 2018, so I guess they're not really late yet, just very, very delayed. The reports are saying that people at Apple are confident enough at AirPower that they are using them on their own desks. So people at Apple have the prototypes or the early versions, and they're using them, they're working. And the reports I've been reading have said that AirPower was intended to be released at WWDC, but once they fixed all the overheating issues, they ran into software issues, and this is where the funny part really starts. AirPower is supposed to be having an A-series type chip / dumbed down version of iOS in it so that it can communicate with the devices that it is charging. So, like those cool animations showed us on their website, when you drop your iPhone down on AirPower, it will tell you what is charging on it, what the percentage is, and then you'll have a cool little list of all your widgets of devices that are charging. What's funny is on the website that when you put your Apple Watch Series 3 on the charger, it has the outdated version of the charging icon on the Apple Watch. So even on the website, they have not updated it to the portrait mode charging that we have now on watchOS. So even the marketing is dated. But one thing that I actually would like about AirPower is that too many Qi chargers these days feel the need to have these very bright lights on them. So anytime I drop my phone on a Qi charger, they have to have this incredibly annoying beaming light that goes on and off, back and forth. And when you're sleeping and it's on your nightstand, or you just don't want it to waste that much power, it can get kind of annoying. And it looks like AirPower is not going to be having any kind of weird lights on it. When you put the device on, the device tells you it's charging. We don't need Qi chargers to light up and glow themselves. But this goes to show you why AirPower is going to be such an expensive charging mat. For one, it probably has to come with some type of USB-C brick, which we're going to talk about in a little bit about what chargers are going to be shipping with the new iPhones this year. But I imagine if it's going to be doing the fast wireless charging support and be able to support potentially 3 iPhones at the same time, probably a standard 18-watt USB-C brick might not do it. They might need to include a 29-watt brick or maybe over that in order to have enough power going to that charge mat to charge all the different devices. If you look on Apple's website, you can already tell including those charge bricks is not cheap. As much as we talk about AirPower and talk about how much we want it, we actually still don't know if it charges via USB-C or via Lightning. I hope it's USB-C because I think that could deliver enough power. But if they're able to do it with Lightning, I guess that makes it easier. You can take one charger with you and that AirPower mat. You don't have to also include a USB-C cable. Though I could honestly see it going either way. The other reasons I think AirPower may have been delayed is perhaps they're wanting to show off what Apple's new proprietary form of wireless charging can do with the next generation iPads. The ones we thought would be ready in June that were not, and some people are saying are going to be unveiled in September, that have Face ID, no home button, same size bezel all the way around. Really pumped to see what those have to offer, but if they have a glass back, it would be great if AirPower, since it is a larger charge mat than most Qi chargers, is able to support wireless charging on the iPad. So you can just drop your iPad down on that charge mat, it charges inductively, then we can start the whole portless challenge with that product. And I think would be the first Apple device to have wireless charging and a headphone jack. Unless, of course, they ditch that. I could understand why, go for it. But if they don't, and they haven't yet, so maybe they won't, could be kind of an appealing product to a lot of people who even don't like iPhones. That iPad could have inductive charging, it could have headphone jack for people who want it, no notch, Face ID, lots of multitasking options, but still no calculator app. Can't figure that one out, but still no calculator app, come on. But moving on to other leaks, we've also finally got some pictures, because Apple's keep everything on the DL program is not going very well this year, of a pretty convincing looking Apple certified charge brick that has a USB-C port on the back, not your standard USB-A port. Please, I'm really desperately hoping this is real. And based on the pictures we're seeing, it looks pretty convincing. It's got the same Apple design style, it puts writing in the same place, and this could finally mean that that complaint of spending all this money on an iPhone and still getting a slow charger with it may finally be put to rest this year. Apple could start shipping fast charging with a USB-C to Lightning cable with all iPhones this year, meaning that you'll also be able to use that cable to plug it directly into your MacBook Pros if you have any, or 12-inch MacBook, embrace USB-C, providing that option for people, I think, will make a lot of customers happy. Even though I'm still doing my portless challenge, while it would be fun to get a USB-C fast charger with mine, I actually wouldn't get to use it unless I'm charging my iPad, I suppose. Like, I'm not mad about this. The only thing I'm really mad about is that it took them this long. It should have come out with the iPhone 10. They should have shipped it with a fast charger. This one's supposed to be an 18-watt one. And I really hope this is not just a leaked image of a charge brick that's yet to come out, and then Apple ends up shipping 5-watt charge bricks with the new iPhones anyway. That would be really disappointing, but I think this lineup of iPhones is a perfect time to adopt fast charging because we're getting bigger iPhones this year. The 6.1-inch LCD iPhone, while it is cheaper, I'm sure battery life on it's going to be pretty good and a lot longer than the 5.8-inch iPhone 10 is now. And then, of course, the gargantuan iPhone 10 Plus, with one of its prime advantages being a larger battery life, maybe an L-shaped battery, and in that case, shipping it with a 5-watt charge brick, yeah, that's going to be kind of embarrassing. So I'm really hoping Apple goes ahead, bites the bullet, and actually includes fast chargers with this year's iPhone. Please, Apple, it's time. And for those of you wondering on any new updates on the lineup of iPhones, we sadly haven't heard very much about the iPhone SE2 recently. It might not be happening. Some people saying it got canceled altogether. Others saying that they're waiting to see for the success of the 6.1-inch LCD iPhone. If it sells well, then they'll go forward with the SE2, but they're going to wait on it. But other than that, we actually got some Geekbench scores of people who may have been testing the iPhone 10 Plus A12 chip and are saying that CPU-wise, we're going to be seeing a 10% increase in speed, which is hilarious given a month after these iPhones come out, the Pixel 3 will be shipping with a Snapdragon 845, and once again, Apple leaves everyone in the dust because they didn't make a contract with an inferior CPU developer. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. In fact, I think it would be really great if Google started making their own CPU chips, but maybe different video. So that's what we know about the chargers. Hopefully AirPower is finally going to happen. We can finally lay this to rest, but I agree with some other YouTubers that I don't think AirPower is going to sell very well because, for one, it's probably going to range between $150, $200, and what people are going to buy a whole new set of AirPods, have a Series 3, have an iPhone 10 or 8, and still want to spend $200 on an inductive charger. I can kind of understand why that may not appeal to you, despite everyone in the comments desperately asking, where is AirPower? Talk about it. We don't know, but hopefully these reports are confirming that yes, it will be released in September, 1 year from the day it was actually announced, and I'll definitely be picking up one. Are you? Let me know in the comments below. This is your Apple. Smile now.